Great rising, great being, great ending, depending on what part of time this reaches you. Hope everybody doing good and great spirits, and just some good energy. This video, this experience, this reflection today is just about relationships, and not just lover relationships, but all relationships, your friend relationships, your family relationships. Look, you're gonna run into situations where you realize, my fault. Y'all realize that some of these relationships are contracted. What I mean by that is some of these relationships only hold so much value according to what they truly represent in truth. We talked about truth yesterday, right? Sometimes we attach ourselves to people, and these people, they come with things. They come with their own attachments. When you attach yourself to people, unknowing of what they're attached to, you're creating a soul tie, for one. So when you create that soul tie, you attach yourself to people and you don't know what they attach to, here's where the dysfunction comes in relationships. Sometimes we look at relationships so face value, like they hold so much weight just because of the title. Look, the title gives people the benefit of the doubt, but the title does not determine the value of what that relationship is. Just because that's your mother, that doesn't mean that's your mother. She holds that title, but does she hold that value? Just because that's your bro, that don't mean that's your brother. You see what I'm saying? Like we have to step back and really examine ourselves in these relationships. And then when you examine yourself in the relationships, ask yourself, what's the true value in this relationship? Is it good value in this relationship? And when I say value, just not materialistic things, not money, just is it good for your spirit? Does it match where you're trying to go? Because what happens is you start to realize that it's something not right here. And a lot of the times we blame ourselves in those relationships, or we become hard on ourselves in the relationships because we're so attached because of that soul tie. We feel saddened by that relationship not working out, or the result of that relationship after X amount of time. But here's the thing. If that relationship is true to you and your path, and it holds good value, that relationship will never go nowhere. It will only strengthen and grow, no matter if y'all grow apart. Because paths change, people change. But if it holds good value, it don't matter if you went left or you went right. It's more about understanding that not all relationships last, because not all relationships hold value, good value to them. The title is just the title. What's the value in this relationship that you have with your friend, your best friend, your mother, brother, cousins, lover? Sometimes we try to force these relationships to stay in our life just because we're so attached to them. So we try to go against the grain of the path, against God, against your truth, just to try to hold on to these relationships that have no value anymore. And they can start with value, and the value can change. You can have bad value that grows into good value. You can have good value that deteriorates to bad value. But again, that's why you have to step back and look at yourself in the relationship, because once you get in that truth with yourself in a relationship, that's how you're going to be able to determine what value it has for you, because everybody has different values, virtues, principles. So if y'all are not aligned that way, 9 times out of 10, that relationship only gonna go so far. So then you can be realistic with the expectation that you having in that relationship, or that you having from that person in that relationship that you have together, and with yourself. So be careful with just tying yourself to people, surrounding yourself with people, and there's no substance to it, there's no value to it, or you are not in your truth with yourself about the matter of the situation, or with them about the matter of the situation. Because what you're doing there, you stalling. You know, you stalling yourself, you stalling that person. Sometimes relationships, they deteriorate or they end not just because you being punished or you did something wrong. It probably could be this person's being punished and they need to grow. They need to learn a lesson. They like life and the connections in life and the paths in life are intricate. And the only person in this world who knows every intricate piece is God. So sometimes people are brung into your life and taken out of your life for certain reasons. But if you're not true with yourself and you're not in tune with God, you would never see it like that. You would never see what was the reason for this person to die in your life, or this person to leave in your life, or this person to treat you this way in your life, or for you to treat a person a certain way in your life, or for you to leave a person's life. You know, it's when you take a second and understand that there's a reason for everything, and everything happens for a reason, you wouldn't take some of these relationships so personal. You wouldn't take some of the people in those relationships so personal. What I mean by that is, you wouldn't judge this person that you share this relationship with for who they're becoming and what they're doing. You won't take that personal. And honestly, in these times, that's what we do right now. We take a lot of relationships and stuff that we have personal, and we try to control the relationships, try to control the outcome and control the result. The only thing you can ever control in this life is yourself and your relationship with God. Let everything else fall into place, fall around those two things. Then you will be able to flow and maneuver through the walk of life completely different, with a different attitude, a different mindset, not taking things so personal, not being so down, not being so depressed, not being so anxious about what's surrounding you in regards to relationships. So I just wanted to share that with y'all because, you know, it really helped me and my significant. So it's like it really helped me in my significant relationships, you know, family, friends, lovers. Like it became something healthy once I had conversations with those who I can have those conversations about what my truth is and what path I'm going, and how can we either grow this relationship to keep holding its value, to prolong carrying it down the line, or not being enemies just because it's time to part ways. That's a problem we have. We think all relationships, when they fall out, they have to fall out on bad terms. No, that's selfish. Those are negative spirits. Just because you walk a different path, that don't mean you have to hate this person or be mad at this person for the changes they made to better them, and vice versa. Or don't be mad at a person if they don't want to better themselves the way you choose to better yourself. You still love that person. You still appreciate the experience of the relationship you had with that person, because it's something in that. And you can only learn from certain stuff when you apply it to your life a different way than you've been doing it. And I feel like our relationships in this time are so faulty and so chaotic and so confusing and so misled for that simple fact. Face the truth of what it is, what the value of it is, and what your truth is, and how that aligns with God and His plan for you and your plans with Him. As always, be great. Never settle. Always be you. One love. Wake up.